So when I first got this set, it came in an absolute unit of a box that weighed in at around 36 pounds. And I was a bit worried about building the set because what I had seen from Reddit posts talking about Mold King is that these bricks aren't packed in numbered bags like Lego does. However, thankfully there were about 24 numbered bags with sub bags for each number. The total size of this set is 28 inches or 0.72 meters in width, 15 inches or 0.38 meters in height, and 47 inches or 1.18 meters in length. Then, of course, it weighs about 35 to 36 pounds and absolutely dominates any surface that it sits on. This set comes in at nearly 12,000 pieces for an incredible $400 price tag. Mold King's brick quality was surprisingly good. Out of the whole 12,000 pieces, I had a total of 2 pieces that were slightly warped, but thankfully I had extras on hand from my official LEGO sets. Mold King does offer a free missing or broken brick replacement service, though I didn't end up using it as I had spares readily available. The set is taken from a super awesome LEGO mock designer called One Case from Rebrickable. It's asked by the community that if you pick up the Mold King set, that you also support One Case by picking up his instructions right from Rebrickable for $25. It is worth noting that these two sets have slightly different designs with slightly different piece counts, as Mold King added some extra support. However, if you do want to just get One Case's design and then buy all the pieces straight from LEGO, you will be looking at an eye-watering $2,000 to $3,000. I will also supply a link where you can pick up a UCS style sticker for this set, though you will also need to build a stand for the sticker. This detail really brings the set together and makes it look that much cooler. As far as the instructions go, there are 2 total instruction manuals. Manual A has 400 pages with about 1,135 steps. Manual B has 348 pages with 1,352 steps. However, if you don't want to build the 3 additional microships, then there are 334 pages with 1,284 steps. This works out to 734 pages and 2,419 steps without the microships, and 748 pages and 2,487 steps with the microships. Mold King does include their own brick separator that is really just a little mallet. I ended up using a real Lego brick separator for actually separating bricks, and then using the Mold King mallet for gently hammering all of the large plates together. This really saved a lot of time and skin, as there are tons of large panels that go into this set. Additionally, like Lego, there are tons of spare pieces left over at the end. I ended up filling up a bag about the size of one of the instruction manuals with spare pieces. The 4 black tubes at the bottom of the bag will be brought up later. The first microship is the Tantive 4 that you see Leia escaping on in Rogue One, and then later getting captured in during A New Hope. There is a crane on the inside of the hangar that can actually hold this ship if you want. You do just need to remove the stand. This ship comes in with a total length of roughly 4 inches or 101 millimeters. The second microship is the Hammerhead Corvette that is seen ramming the Star Destroyer in Rogue One. This microship is sitting on a stand that puts it at the perfect height to replicate this scene. Finally, this microship comes in at roughly 4 inches or 101 millimeters. Finally, the third microship is the Nebulon B frigate that is seen in many Star Wars movies. This ship comes in at about 8 inches or 203 millimeters in length. The hangar on this set is remarkably detailed and has window frame pieces along the edge so that you can light it up if you desire. If you want to add some color to the hangar, you could replace some of or all of the long pipe-like pieces with their black variant that I mentioned in the bag of spare pieces earlier. The back of the Star Destroyer's neck includes the hole where trash is ejected out of before going into hyperspace. The engine well is also an area that is incredibly detailed, with lots of angles and complex geometry. The 3 main engines are made from a variety of pieces, with their largest piece being the top side of the Death Star globe. Unfortunately, Mold King did use the wrong side of the globes, so you need to angle these engines so that it's not totally noticeable. This part of the build is by far the most difficult and delicate due to all the complex shapes that are visible. In total, the engine well runs the width of the ship at 28 inches or 0.72 meters in width. and 8 inches or 0.2 meters in height. The underside of the ship includes a few of these slanted areas that stick out to give the bottom side less of a smooth, flush surface. Then the top surface is incredibly accurate with the main turbo lasers and all of the other detailing. The skeletal frame of this ship is incredibly strong and large. It is also color coordinated so that it is an almost entirely black interior. When the sides go on, the ship's size really starts to become apparent. I put a 1-foot ruler in the picture just for reference of how massive this set is. All of the panels connect to the main frame, so they are also really easy to take off of the ship if you need to move it around. The command bridge is extremely dense and weighs a lot. Here I just show the different parts that all just sit in place and use the red bricks for alignment. Their weight is really what holds them on, but a few of them have a couple studs or pins that they connect with for extra rigidity. There are a total of 3 legs supporting this whole ship, with the biggest one in the back and the smallest one in the front. All 3 are solid black and look extremely nice while supporting an immense weight. Finally, I included some renderings by the OG Designer One Case that just look incredible. I really love how they incorporated some light blue, tan, and dark gray pieces into the surface of the ship to give it the appearance of having been battle tested, and not right out of the shipyards. Overall, I would say that this set was worth it in the end. It is absolutely beautiful and something to make visitors walk in a room and just say, whoa. The build was really enjoyable, but I had no life for about 2 straight weeks. Additionally, at this price point, for this many pieces, it's practically a steal. My only fault with this set is how delicate the engine well is. I know that it has to trade beauty with strength, but with the number of angles putting it together, it was quite difficult. Alright, thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, please feel free to drop a like and comment. It would really help out. Additionally, I have links for this set, One Case's instructions, and the UCS sticker in the description. Bye for now, see y'all next time.